Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on my week 3 update on Zepbound. Now, before we get started, I decided to do something a little different this week. I have prepared some clips of what life was like for me this week. Now, it's not like a full day's vlog of each day, but just some highlights on some of the stuff that I got into this week. So here you go. Slow poke.
Well, they've also got Kogels, which they don't have here.
So I just finished my ballet class and she literally like whooped my ass today. Like, I think we were all kind of feeling it. She said she didn't have a nap before class today, so I think she was just taking out her sleepiness on the rest of us, because that may have been the hardest workout I've had to date. I used my watch to track and it says I burnt like 543 calories. I don't think I believe that. So I would say maybe half of that. So like 200 calories, maybe more. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with 200 calories burnt. Heart rate only went up to about 144. Or no, sorry, 142, whatever. But yeah, that was a rough one, but it felt really good. And as hard as it is sometimes, it's one of the most fulfilling things that I do. It's definitely top 3 of my most fulfilling and most favorite things that I do. So yeah, ballet is fun. And if you are like me and you are a 30-something-year-old who always wanted to be a ballerina, go find you an adult ballet beginner's class. You will not regret it. SCHETT.
She screams, but she learning.
Yep. This baby boy.
No.
Look at this baby boy.
Oh, look at his ear.
Oh, I'm so cold. How dare someone give him a bath?
Well, we did. I grew up. Madeline went out of her way to destroy my marriage.
Oh, you like your new computer monitor?
Well, I hope you enjoyed those clips. It was really nice. I had a very, very great week, and we're gonna get into the details now. Before we get properly started, I do want to just take a minute to say thank you to Twan over at Traces of Twan's Life. She gave me a huge shout out in her live stream, and she also posted me on her profile to give me some love. And I really wasn't expecting anything like that from anyone. I just want to say a huge thank you to you, because that was so sweet and I really appreciate it. And to all the subscribers that I recently got because of Twan, thank you so much for your support. I went from like 6 subscribers to 22 in a matter of like a day, and it was really awesome. I'm just kind of really grateful and just kind of blown away by all of your guys' kindness. I received some really, really sweet and kind and encouraging comments from her subscribers, and I'm just super grateful. Thank you so much. All right. Now, to get started, the first thing I want to share with everybody is that I got my second month supply of Zepbound 2.5. I am happy to report that it was still $24.99. I was really holding my breath. I had heard some mixed reviews from people that I work with, that work in my company, that have the same. So sorry, my dog is being a little grumpy boo. Gotta love dogs. Anyway, so I had heard a lot of mixed things about what the cost could be on my second round after potentially the discount was exhausted, but luckily I am still at $24.99. So hopefully this is a trend. Hopefully next month it'll be $24.99 as well. I will keep you guys posted on that. Okay, so now, as you've seen in my clips, I had a lot going on this week and it was just kind of really great. So I just want to get right on into everything else. I have my little journal, my wellness journal, that I have been kind of keeping up with the last few weeks since I've been on Zepbound. So I'm going to kind of go over some of the stuff that I have written in here, just to kind of keep me on track on all the things that are important that I really want to talk about. And it kind of has like some of my moods and how I was feeling, aside from just like the side effect. All right, so Monday. So Mondays, usually I work from home, except I didn't today. But last Monday, my week 3 Monday on Zepbound, I did work from home, which is why in that first clip you saw me like walking my dogs midday, because I can do that on my lunch break when I'm working from home. So I worked from home on Monday. I actually ended up working like a half day. So I had a couple things to do in the morning, a couple errands to run before I got started with work. And so that Monday, as you saw in that first clip, my breakfast was just like protein yogurt and an English muffin. Now, I've kind of talked about this before. I really have no appetite for sweets since being on Zepbound. And like I can eat it. It doesn't make me feel sick usually, but I just really don't want it most of the time. So when I do eat a lot of the protein yogurt, just because it's, you know, just a good source of protein and it's not super heavy. So I like to have the yogurt with the protein, though it can just be a little sweet. And I make a lot of the times we'll do the English muffin with some butter on it just to kind of cut the sweet. So that's usually why I have those 2 things for breakfast a lot. Like going forward, you'll probably, if I make more vlog kind of style videos, you'll see I'll have that almost every day for breakfast if I have breakfast. So I took a half day on Monday. I actually went to go see a movie. I went to the movies and got my regular order. Why, I don't know. I got a popcorn, we shared that, and I got a Coke and some peanut M&Ms. I think I had maybe 2 or 3 peanut M&Ms before I was like, this is kind of gross. I did eat quite a bit of popcorn. And like, I wouldn't say like we had a large popcorn and we had more than half left. So it wasn't like a crazy amount of popcorn, but I did have some popcorn and it tore my stomach up. Okay. I mean, I was bloated. I was gassy. It was not a good time. So I actually skipped dinner. I didn't eat anything else. So all I had that day was a few M&Ms, some popcorn, a yogurt, and the English muffin. And I couldn't eat anything else. I felt so sick after that popcorn. So popcorn is a no-fly zone going forward, because that, yeah. Sad. It's not really that sad because I'm not a big popcorn eater anyway. I just like it at the movies, but I just won't be doing that anymore because that was not fun. Did not have a good time. And that was Monday for me. I had wrote a daily affirmation on Monday, and I just wrote, "You are great at your job." Starting my day, I was feeling a little like I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this, which is kind of why I ended up taking off early on Monday. But I just had to tell myself that I am good at my job and my job is not terrible. So I just kind of put that as my daily affirmation for Monday. Silly, I know, but whatever. Okay. So day 2, Tuesday, October 7th. I put my mood as super happy smiley face. So I wrote, "Today felt like a win. I can't explain why. I had no major side effects and was just feeling positive and happy throughout the day." Though I do remember on Tuesday, I did start getting a little frustrated, but it passed quickly. And overall, I just had a really great day. I put down here for food, I had 4 Raising Cane's chicken. I was just really craving Raising Cane's. And so I just got 4 chicken strips. I think I actually only ate 3. I had a tiny little piece of chocolate. I had some trail mix. And then for dinner, I had a piece of chicken and like a half a cup of rice for dinner that day. And so I did start feeling some cravings on Tuesday, and we're going to get into the why of that, which is where the chocolate came in. I was really needing that. But overall, I had a pretty decent day. It wasn't crazy. I didn't do any exercises. I had to run some errands after work, so I ended up not going to the gym. I did intend, it is on my list of things to do that day, was go to the gym, but I ended up having some last minute errands to run after work, so I couldn't do that. My daily affirmation was that your smile is beautiful. Sometimes you just have to compliment yourself. So that was my daily affirmation for Tuesday. So overall, Tuesday was a good day. I was feeling real positive, real happy for the most part on Tuesday. I think when I got frustrated on Tuesday, it was a little bit of road rage from after work traffic. So, who doesn't get that? No big deal there. So I've been making sure I put my moods and how I'm feeling, because as I said in one of my first videos, I was concerned because I'd heard some people who taken GLP-1s having issues with depression and just low feelings. And that's something that I'm always concerned about. So I just wanted to make sure I'm tracking that. And so far, so good. Okay, so Wednesdays are my happy days. Wednesdays are ballet days. So no matter what's going on Wednesday, I'm going to be happy by the end of it because I get to do ballet. So what I put here is I woke up in a good mood, stayed positive throughout the day. I had some kind of hip pain. As I put in my vlog clip, ballet was really, really, really rough that night. And I was feeling some hip pain after our ballet class that took a couple days to go away, but we're good. Food for Tuesday or for Wednesday was yogurt and granola with the English muffin. That's what I had for breakfast. I ended up wanting lunch. I think I worked from home. Yeah, I worked from home this day. And I ended up having 3 eggs and some sourdough toast for lunch. And then I also had eggplant parmesan for dinner that night. As you can see, my food intake starts going up right about here. And I don't think I tracked a lot of my food intake for the rest of the week, but we're going to talk about it. So a daily affirmation for Wednesday was stay positive and keep going. So Thursday, I woke up in a blah sort of mood. What I have written here is I woke up feeling okay, but progressively started to feel a little blah. Towards midday, it started to pick up a little bit and I felt a little bit better. Mental clarity has been really, really, really great for me. Since being on GLP-1s, I feel like I'm better at my job. I feel like I'm better all around all aspects of my life mentally. Like I feel like I can see things clearly. I don't have like brain fog and all that kind of stuff. I just overall mentally feel better, but that doesn't always translate to like, oh, positive feelings all the time. It just means that like I am more capable, like I'm doing more, I'm getting more accomplished throughout my day. So that's really good. And I put that here. I'm surprised on how mentally clear I feel throughout my days. So that's really good. So on Thursday, we at work, they had Chick-fil-A catered. I had 2 leftover pieces of Raising Cane's. So I ate 1 Chick-fil-A patty. They catered the burger, the chicken sandwiches, but I didn't eat the bun. I did have 1 Chick-fil-A patty, 2 Raising Cane chicken tenders, and a cupcake, a Slim Jim. And then when I got home for dinner, I had a cauliflower pizza and a can of Coke, or half a can of Coke, because I haven't been able to really finish a full soda, a can of soda. So yeah, food intake is going up. Cravings, they were here. Yeah, and so I did go to the gym that day because I felt like after the cupcake, I had to go to the gym. So you saw the clip of me at the gym working my ass off. And my daily affirmation for Thursday was I no longer stand in my own way. All right, so 10/10 Friday. So I put down for Friday, today I was feeling really good. I felt good throughout the day, had a lot of positive and happy energy. So Friday, I went to a friend's house after work. We had a Halloween themed craft night. You saw in the clip before, the bruschetta, that was from the craft night. That was what she prepared. And the ghost painting, I got like a really bad clip of that. I should have re-recorded that. I didn't realize how bad it was, but whatever. And I made that, and I also painted a pumpkin, and I put it in my grass when I got home, and it melted. Essentially all the paint melted off of it. So almost half the paint melted off of it, so whatever. So I had a really great night here. I did eat quite a bit. I had 1 of those bruschettas. I had some chips and guacamole, some chicken, some of these chicken wings that we had, well, actually brought those from Safeway. If anyone has ever had the Safeway fried chicken wings, they're freaking great. So I had like about 3 or 4 of those. The bruschetta, some chips and guacamole, and then she had some brownies, but I wasn't really that interested, but I did have a little bit of that. That's what I had. Then I think I had at work that day, I feel like I ate something at work, but I don't remember. I didn't write it down. Guys, I'm really sorry about my dog. She's being a big baby right now. I know, sweetheart. My daily affirmation for Friday was I manifest. So that was Friday. Now, before we get into Saturday and Sunday, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Appetite was picking up, and I was confused at first, and I was like, this is crazy. Is it already not working for me anymore? And while that still could be the case, maybe 2.5, maybe it's time to titrate up, I don't know. I really just think it's because it's the week before my period, or it was the week before my period, because she's here now. It's full on Shark Week. And I don't know about anyone else, but the week before she starts, I am ravenous. I'm like a bottomless pit. I can eat so much food. It's insane. I didn't eat nearly as much as what would be normal for me, but I did eat quite a bit. So yeah, is anyone having that? Like, I don't know. I didn't really think about it beforehand on what to expect around this time of the month on as far as cravings. I just kind of assumed that the appetite suppressant would just keep doing its thing, but it's a severe appetite to try to suppress. I am like a monster. I am like a goblin garbage disposal the week before. So it did help, but not as much as it probably would like it to have, but it's okay. I'm okay with it. I still had a very, very great week. So that's fine. So getting into Saturday, today was slow. I felt tired, but good. I was feeling kind of tired by Saturday. Of course, that's probably, by this point, Zepbound is kind of wearing thin, because we're 6 days in to the shot at this point. Plus my, cycle's getting ready to start, and I was just feeling that fatigue a little. But it was still a good day. Still got some stuff done, got some laundry done. Went to, as I showed in the video, I went to Spirit of Halloween to get a couple of more Halloween decorations that I wanted. Stopped by the little free library in my neighborhood, and yeah, it was a good day. The rest of the evening, I just kind of took it slow, hung out with my doggy, and chilled. Food wise, I had the rest of my cauliflower pizza and a chicken leg. I think that was what was in my video too, right? Yeah, that's it. That's what I had. I didn't eat most of the day on Saturday. I think I just had a protein milk. I probably had maybe some yogurt. No, I didn't have any yogurt that day. I think I had 2 eggs that morning and a protein yogurt, and then I had my chicken leg and my pizza on Saturday. My daily affirmation for Saturday was, not everything has to be a race. And on Saturday, I started to get a little grump-a-lump. I was getting a little grumpy towards Saturday evening. I think I was just tired, had a long day, good day, but a long day. And I think I really went to bed. Like, I went to lay down to like just start winding my night down at like 8 o'clock, which is unheard of for me. I am a night owl. And I think I was asleep by 11. So yeah, I think I was just, just feeling the week and feeling a little tired, and just had to, go rest and unwind. So Sunday, I woke up feeling 100% better. So just cleaned the house, hung out with family most of the day. I gave a puppy a bath. One thing you might see in my videos is a lot of different dogs. My best friend runs a nonprofit helping animals. So sometimes I'll have fosters, but I also have dogs of my own. And the puppy that I gave a bath was a foster, and his name was Petey Pablo, and he's super cute. So that was pretty much my day. I did not eat at all, like up until dinner, which I had chili and cornbread, and then there were like these oven baked onion petals that I had on the side. That was really good. The chili kind of messed my stomach up pretty good, but overall it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I had a really relaxing, uneventful Sunday reset. And my daily affirmation Sunday is sometimes showing up is really simple. And what I mean by that, if that doesn't make sense to you, it's oftentimes we think showing up is like showing out, doing something huge and big. Sometimes it's just really small little things that you do for others, you do for yourself, whatever that might be. So that was my daily affirmation for Sunday. Sometimes showing up is simple. And I don't really know if those are affirmations, some of the things that I put in here, but it's just what I wanted to put down. So, you know, maybe it's a motto, maybe it's an affirmation, whatever. Felt good to me. So that's it. That's the week. So let's talk about it. So yeah, I weighed myself this morning. I am 2 pounds up. Okay. Again, it's a cycle. I'm bloated as all heck. It's not abnormal. I'm not worried and freaking out just yet. We'll see how the rest of the week goes and what goes on next week on the real verdict on whether it's just my lady time or if it's just not really working that well for me anymore. I don't know. I think it's just my lady time. But I will keep you guys posted, of course. So gained 2 pounds. I'm at 272. Bummer, but it's okay. I'm not worried about it. I felt like I did pretty good this week, even if I did overeat a little bit and indulge into some of my darker food thoughts. But I think I still did pretty good overall. So I ain't mad at it. It's going to be fine. I know it will be fine. I want to update everybody on heart rate. No issues this week, you guys. No issues at all this week. I've been monitoring it, of course. And let me just say, no real issues. I feel like maybe my heart rate coming after a workout is taking a little longer to go down, but I never really tracked that much before. I don't know. So maybe it's taking a little longer. Maybe it's normal for me. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. But aside from that, resting heart rate has been pretty good, 70s and 60s all week. So yeah. So we're good there, you guys. And now I just want to give you guys a little measurement scan. I did finally get my Zozo Fit to work. I actually got it fixed on the 9th, and I did scan on the 9th, but I did another scan this morning. I scanned on the 9th just because it was working and I was worried that it was going to stop working. So I was like, let me just get a scan in now. So as you can see, Zozo Fit is interesting. I've heard some people say that the measurements can be off. I did take my own measurements and they were essentially the same. I didn't really see any difference between what Zozo Fit said and what my tape measure said. So I think we're good to keep using Zozo Fit. You know, I'll check back in like a month and check with a measuring tape then to see if anything looks different from what the scan says. But overall, I think we're good. But to each their own. I guess if you want to use Zozo Fit, I would do a regular check first and then match it with Zozo Fit, at least for the initial scan, just to see if it's matching up right. Maybe once a month or once every couple months, I'll do like an actual manual scan. But weekly, I'm just going to do the Zozo Fit scans because so far it just seems like it's accurate. So that's where we're at with that. Next, I just want to talk about titrating up to a higher milligram. Obviously, I just got my second month. I'm at 2.5. I think we're good at 2.5. Aside from this week, I've been feeling really positive about how I'm feeling on 2.5. I do feel like I still am having appetite suppression. I think this just past week was just a bit harder because of all the hormones and everything that's going on in my body leading up to my time of the month. So I'm not counting 2.5 out yet. So we'll get through this month. If everything looks good still and I'm still losing, 3 pounds or 2 to 3 pounds or more a week, I'm happy there. If it does start to slow off or taper off or I start gaining weight, then I will reach out to my doctor to get up to the 5. I'm really hoping that I don't have to titrate up too quickly because I'm worried about those heart rate things coming back with a higher dose. And I kind of just want to live in like this nice, easy land of not having heavy symptoms, not having my heart rate go crazy, but still losing weight and still having the other benefits that come with it. So I'm hoping to stay at 2.5 for a while, but we'll see. We'll do what's best, right? Okay, so now that we kind of got through my week and Zepbound and all of that, I wanted to just take a couple minutes to talk a bit about other things that I think about wanting to add to this channel. Yes, I have every intentions to keep Zepbound and my weight loss on GLP-1s at the forefront and part of it, but I have more interest and things that I kind of want to share. So I think for starter, I know I've talked about ballet. I do want to share that with you guys. It's just a really, really vulnerable thing to share. I am not very good. You've seen some of my clips. I am a very, very, very early beginner, even though I've been doing this for about 6 months now. Ballet is hard. It is especially hard when you're plus size. It is especially hard when you're older. It's rare to hear of people starting ballet that are older than like 8, really. But of course, there's many, many, many people out there who have started later on in life as teenagers, as young adults, as grown women, as seniors. I've seen since starting ballet earlier this year and just for the last several years looking into it, I've seen that there are a lot of people who are older that are doing ballet, but it's not easy. Especially when you have had no history of ever being any kind of dancer, no dance. I've never been a great dancer in general. Like, you know, even just a freestyle at the club, it ain't great. It ain't bad, but it ain't great, you know? So it's hard. I am really working hard to improve, but I'm nowhere near where I'm at. I'm still in fundamentals class, just learning the basic stuff for the most part. I'm learning the terminology and bar and all that stuff. And why I really want to share that with you guys. And I think I will eventually. I have to work my way into that because it is, I am self-conscious. That's just what it is. I am self-conscious. But if you guys are interested in seeing like plus size girlies and people who started in their adult years, one channel that kind of helped inspire me and give me that push to go on and like keep going with ballet, because I did start a couple years back. It was at like this, nothing wrong with that, the place that was teaching it. It just wasn't legit 100%. And then I had to have like surgery and stuff, so I had to stop. And I wasn't sure if I was going to get back into it, but I had been watching this channel, Becky Bex. She is an adult plus size girl, woman of color, who started ballet as an adult. She's on point, which is absolutely amazing. So if you're interested in looking at people do ballet, start ballet, or if you need encouragement, I definitely recommend her. There are a lot of others out there too, which we can talk about later, but she's one of my favorites. So definitely go check her out if you're interested in that kind of thing. So yes, eventually I do want to show some ballet on this channel, but I think to start easy, we'll do my first love, which is books. I am a huge big time reader, so I think what I'm gonna do is just like once a week make a quick video on what I'm reading, recommend a book to you, and maybe highlight one of my favorite books. So hopefully you guys are interested in that. If you are, let me know down in the comments. It's gonna be it for me tonight. Really sorry about my whiny crybaby dog. Sorry if my background got a little bit loud at times. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you again for hanging out with me for a minute. Again, thank you to Twan. Again, really appreciate what you did for me, and to all of my new subscribers. Hello, I'm Elle. Thank you again for watching. I will see you guys all next week. Bye-bye.